Happy Easter, everyone. Welcome to my channel, The Media. I'm Andrew. In this channel, we'll be talking about stocks, disruptive stocks. Today, we'll do a very special video, and I'm going to teach you guys how to cook a Vietnamese dish. It's called sour soup, but I don't like a lot of sour stuff, so I'm going to change it a little bit. It will continue to be tasty and has all the ingredients of this soup. The reason why I decided to do this video today, I know this is not a cooking channel, but I find that there's a lot of similarities between cooking and stock investing. If you guys watch until the end of the video, then I will tell you exactly what are some of the skills that you want to master so that you can be a good stock investor. And also, I think if you know this dish and you know how to make this dish, so if there is a Vietnamese guy or a Vietnamese girl that you're trying to win over, always tell them, hey, I know how to make canh chua, and actually learn how to make it. It's not very difficult. It fits my taste bud. I'm gonna clean this real fast to make sure that cooking area to be very clean. Bought a bunch of salmon. This is 2 pounds of salmon. Cut them into salmon steaks later to add to the soup. Salmon fish head. The secret to removing any of that fishy smell that you don't like is to add some salt. So I'll put this over here. Usually don't cook a lot, but my dad's here and he's a little picky with his food. He likes things fresh. The main ingredients, some bean sprouts, and then some tomatoes. I don't know what this is, to be honest with you. This is definitely very needed for this soup. Without this, it won't smell like canh chua, sour soup. So you have to find this. I actually found this at the Mexican grocery store. You have to have tomatoes, and then these, but I don't know what these are called. Always choose the light green. I don't like ones that are super dark green because it's very ripe and it doesn't taste as good. And salmon head. Salmon head will allow your broth to be very good. So you have to go to an Asian store and buy tamarind soup base mix. So this is one of the key ingredients. You can't really make this without this powder mix. We season it with fish sauce, 3 crab fish sauce. This is the brand that I use. And some sugar. Also, pineapple. I didn't have time to buy the entire pineapple, so I got canned. This is a cheat. You can buy this, the whole pineapple slices. I have a pot over here, 8.5 quart. Start it, fill up. I'm filling it up to about half, and boil it. While it is boiling, then you want to prepare your vegetables. Okay, so tomatoes, you cut them 4 pieces. You want big chunks because you're going to put this tomato into the broth when it starts to heat up. The tomato will cook it first because this will help with the broth, sweeten the broth. Reminds me of tom yum soup from Thai restaurant, but this is a Vietnamese version. So a whole can, but I'm probably not going to use the entire can. From my experience, I like to cut these pineapple pieces into, kind of smaller pieces like this. And then for these, remove the head. You don't want this. That's just trash. Get rid of the tip too. I will show you. This is what it's looking like right now. So do you see the water starting to change? Not clear anymore, but sort of like a reddish from the tomato juice. So that's why when we pick out tomatoes, we want to make sure that the more ripe, the better. Number one, it's faster to cook, and also you get all that nice juice out. So next, I'm going to add pineapple. So let me just quickly put this camera down. Okay, we're going to use that same tactic. We'll grab the pineapple, but slowly pop them in on top of the tomato pieces so that you don't get super steamy hot water on your hands, which nobody wants to have burnt fingers and burnt hands from cooking. This is so much easier because the pieces are a lot smaller and you've got tomato pieces floating up. Let it sit. I just realized I forgot to put on my apron. So I was using my t-shirt. My t-shirt's all wet. So my apron's on. Actually, my fiance got this for me. Thank you. Finally, I can showcase this. It was my birthday gift. So when she gave me this, I was like, what are your probably underlying intentions, right? When your fiance or significant other gives you an apron. this ladle and is kind of furnished. So now that the tomatoes are gone, I have more time now to mince this. And then I kind of want to bunch them up like this. Pull them up like this. And then you don't want to mince it too much, but you know, cut them into small pieces. You can give that this really nice, fresh aroma. I think the essence of gantua and the aroma comes from this here. Maybe not yet. You know what? Next, we're going to add this. This is just like, you know, a plastic spoon. 1 scoop, 2 scoops, 3 scoops. So mix it up. I add some fish sauce. It adds to the flavor. Flop them in with the natural juice that comes from the fish broth, from the salmon head. All of that has to be balanced. So let me find the sugar. That's the reason why. So let's get the sugar. Amazing. The fish head, the broth tasty. So by now, the soup should look kind of like this. And I will show you the head, the fish head, you know, see where the eye is. 3 items require very little time to cook, so I like to have my gantua very spicy, so I add peppers. And in order for it to be spicy, what you want to do is grab this and slice it in half there first. So it's going to look like something like this. I think 1's not going to be enough, so I'm going to put 2. Alright, I'm going to put a plate of fish in. The fish is going to add more flavor. This plate right here. So I don't like my salmon to be too cooked. So after the salmon, I'm going to start adding some bean sprout. When we're adding bean sprout, that's when we know it's going to be, you know, almost fully cooked. Let me show you guys. I just added the bean sprout like so. The heat catch up a little bit. Tasty. Adding these on, it sticks to the top. Doesn't take very long for it to cook though. Add this. Smells like the soup that my mom makes while growing up. So now I'm going to turn it off. It's pretty ready. So what we've learned, cooking takes a while. This actually took me about nearly 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours. So investing takes a long time, you guys. Don't expect for you to put your money in and then bam, you hit the jackpot. That's not how it works. Another thing is, I've been living by myself, so I hardly cook. Because why? When I cook, I eat by myself. It's not that fun. So what I've learned about stock investing is that when you share companies with your friend, I mean when you're on that journey with a friend, it's a lot more fun. For me, when it comes to cooking, food tastes better when you're eating it with someone. I hope that you've learned something. If anything, at least you've learned a new dish to impress whoever you want to impress. I will be making more videos on stocks for you to add to your checklist. So stay tuned. Thanks a lot.